Why, hello there. Today we are going to talk about how things have changed, how products have changed, and my routine has completely changed. Now, I am throwing it really way back to, it kind of makes me think of when I was at my house in the Hamptons and I would do my makeup at this big mirror on my wall, and I would lay my makeup out on the couch, like the back of the couch, lay my products out on the cushion, and I would have to do my makeup right after I showered, and I would basically rush to do it before dinner. And I had a very small bag, and this is kind of what I'm trying to remember, the products that I used. So, I burped. It's life. So, I guess we could just kind of start with skincare. Back in the day, I am combination. So I always thought your combination, I didn't know what that was, but you look shiny, so you're probably hydrated. You don't need a moisturizer. It's not true. So eventually I did evolve, and I used to only use Clarins skincare because it was something that I didn't break out from. So this is just to represent, but this is just the Clarins SPF 50. But I used to only use Clarins skincare, but that's just a little representation. I never used primer because it wasn't really a thing. So primer never existed. But skincare now that I use is the Sublimage. I use a lot of different things, but that would have been my moisturizer. Now for foundation, I didn't use foundation. When I was younger, I had pretty clear skin, and I couldn't grasp how to color match or anything. So I always thought, girl, you're brown, so use something brown. And I was obsessed with the NARS Casino Bronzer. I do not have one on me now. I used to stockpile them. I don't know why. It's still something I do today. I was smart then because you never know, something could be discontinued, but just to kind of show brown bronzer, I would take a bronzer and I would just sweep that all over my face, and that was my foundation. Currently, I now use a liquid foundation, and I would just do a few drops, pat that on. That would be my foundation. So I don't really remember if I ever used concealer. Pretty sure I didn't. Definitely didn't do it under my eyes. If I had a pimple, maybe, but I'm pretty sure I didn't use concealer. When it came to eyeshadow, I think the only kind of shadows I ever used, I kind of grew up watching my mom, so she would either use Chanel or she would use Laura Mercier, because someone talked her into buying it at Henry Bendel's. So she bought the whole line. So she bought a ton of Chanel and she bought a ton of Laura Mercier. So I always thought whatever she had, that's what makeup was. So she would always yell at me because I would steal her stuff. Or, granted, I'm adopted, so my mother is very fair. I'm Colombian. It did not always work out so well. So I'm kind of filling in the gaps. Moving up a little, I was obsessed with cream shadow sticks. So loved the Laura Mercier ones. It was so easy. You just take it, twist it up, and just draw it on your lid. Like, why would you not do that? It's so easy. Also, Bobbi Brown had them. So good. So that would be something I would also do. When it came to mascara, I would really use anything my mom had. She's my mom. I didn't really care. But 90% of the time it was Laura Mercier. Then I never really did anything with my brows. I actually tweezed the hell out of them. So that's great. Using growth serum, I fill them in now. But moving forward, I was obsessed with the Lancome. I still have one. This is the Le Crayon Poudre, in the color taupe. I loved my brows to look lighter rather than darker. I still have a little nub of it. This was my jam. So this was my favorite thing ever. It's a very soft texture. They still make it. I still recommend it to certain people. Chanel has a version of it. I think definitely different brands have a version of it, but that was my jam. I stockpiled that. When it came to blush, Laura Mercier, loved it. It was so good. Now I'm a Chanel girl. I love all Chanel blushes. And then that really was it. I didn't really do anything else. There was no highlights. There was no contouring. It was no dimension to the face whatsoever. So just to show you now, I also, like getting older, I never used highlighter because I always felt like I'm combination to oily. I never wanted to look glowy because I have this natural shine to my skin. Why would I ever want to look oily? So now I'm obsessed with just like that little bit. I mean, this is all my natural, I worked all day. This is what my skin looks like. But over here, I placed it there. So this is the Tom Ford, it's called Reflects Gilt. I am obsessed with this. I also, right now I'm very tan. So this is the Sun Designer palette, number 6 from By Terry. And I love this section. It's just a really good color scheme for when I'm really bronze. And actually, when I'm not as tan, also I like the Desi and Katie collab from Dose of Colors called Fuego, which is really pretty. So I enjoy that as well. Lastly, if I ever did wear a lip color, 99% of the time it was either a purple lipstick, I don't know why, or gloss. I just really liked glosses. Now it is nude, 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 nude. I love a good nude lip. It's just really easy. So yeah. I also personally really prefer either a lip stain or a lip gloss, but I do have a ton of lipsticks. If I like the color, I'm gonna buy it. 99% of the time it's gonna be a nude. And chances are the gloss is gonna be a nude or gold. So that is it. If you guys wanna see a video of me actually applying my makeup the way I used to, I could do it. Leave a comment, let me know. It would actually be kind of fun. I could definitely use some of the products that I used to use. I own some of them, it's somewhere in my collection, but let me know. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. All right, have a great day. Bye.